Are you live on the other thing too?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's good to go. Just gonna wait for this to load briefly. It should be good to go right about now.
All right. Welcome back, everybody. What a Thanksgiving. Hope you guys enjoyed your holiday. It was a very nice day overall. Until the last 4 hours of the night when we had to watch the Baltimore Ravens absolutely just shit the bed against the Bengals on Thursday night and losing, what was it, 32-14? Like, just absolutely embarrassing. But, such a shame to close with a game like that after two phenomenal games at the 1 o'clock window and the 4:30 window. Like, those games were absolutely amazing, and both teams were neck and neck. Both teams were playing really well, and then we have to watch that garbage at night. Like, come on, man. What a stinker way to end your Thanksgiving. But welcome back to the channel. I'm Gons. That's Dom. We're here with another post game live edition. Not exactly right after the game, but just 12 hours or so after. And we're ready to talk about this. I don't know. I don't know where to start. There are so many things that happened. I said it in my reel yesterday. Some of you guys caught that, and I appreciate it. I guess the best way to describe this game was missed opportunities. That's the best way to describe it, in my opinion. Missed opportunities and turnovers. I mean, that was the story of the game. For offense, obviously had the 5 turnovers, but the missed opportunities, both sides of the ball, just completely just whiffed on many different key moments, and it was just so frustrating to watch. But we're here. We're ready to talk about it. At least we get a 10-day break, so maybe they can get right and rest up a little bit and see what happens. But it's not a very confidence-fulfilling game the way they lost. Guys, it's not just the fact that they lost, it's the way they lost. If they would have just gotten a shootout with Joe Burrow and lost, whatever, it's Joe Burrow. But just an absolutely disgusting performance. How are you doing this morning, Dom? You look like you're a little bit depressed.
Yeah. It was a sad way to go out, I would say. Just a lot of things got exposed on Thanksgiving night for this Baltimore Ravens team. And I think the Bengals it's hats off to the Bengals. They played a great game. They did everything they were supposed to do. They were going to come in here. They said they were going to try to play spoilers, and boy, did they, in a big way. You got to give credit to them. I know we're going to get more into details about what happened in the game, but it's just a really bad way to go out for this Ravens team. And it really makes you look back at the win streak and kind of just like, man, it was just going to take one really good quarterback to potentially one good quarterback and one team that knows us really, really well to really like put a roadblock in a way of us trying to get to playoff contention. And lo and behold, that's what happened last night. Bad way, bad thing. A lot of bad things happen on both sides of the ball, like you said. Wasted opportunities, mishaps, miscues, inaccuracy, drop passes. It was bad. It was bad on all fronts. Let's dive into it a little bit because it's a lot to discuss about this team.
I actually challenge that notion to give the Bengals credit. I'm sorry. You know what the Bengals were in this situation? The guests at the table. And you know what the Ravens were? Freaking household people serving the silver platter right on the table for the freaking Thanksgiving dinner. That's how easy it was. They didn't really have to do anything. Burrow, 24 for 46. That is barely above 50%. And I understand.
I didn't say they played great. I didn't say they played great. I said you give credit because they did what they needed to do to win the game.
That's they did, but I'm not giving them any credit. I'm all over this stupid team for performing the way they did. I mean, it's absolutely pathetic the way that some of this game went. I'm telling you, the Bengals did nothing. The Ravens served all these turnovers up on a silver platter and said, "Here you go, happy Thanksgiving, enjoy." And they did. They most definitely feasted on it, and that's the most frustrating thing because I don't feel like when the Ravens were struggling like this against Cleveland, I felt like the Browns defense was doing very well. They were out scheming us. We couldn't handle Myles Garrett, blah, blah, blah. They are earning their way to stopping our offense. I don't know if the Bengals were doing that the whole night, man. It seemed like we were just stopping ourselves per usual. So it's like
I see what I
don't know,
see
man.
what you're saying,
and then we stopped running with Derek, and we just like, are we just? Do you want to lose? You want to just lose the game? And that's literally what the Ravens and the coaching staff seemed like they wanted to do. Did you have something to say? I was going to jump into the offense.
Yeah. I was actually no, because you were about. I was about to take that point. We might as well just start with the offense. I agree what you're saying when the Bengals weren't doing many things special.
They just played discipline. That's all they did.
Yeah, and they did do enough special things to win the game. Like, for starters, the likely would have been touchdown, right? Like, Lamar hits likely in stride. Good throw, good catch. Likely's running, looking like an end zone trip. He tries to hurdle a dude. Battle makes a play on the ball. Likely fumbles it out of the end zone. Touchdown, wiped out. Right? On the Lamar Jackson interception, Lamar looking for a man downfield. I guess he's trying to hit end zone. I forget which defensive tackle or which player put their hand up on the ball.
Isaiah Likely got pushed all the way back into Lamar, and the pass got batted at the line because he couldn't hold his one-on-one block.
Yeah, and then it gets
Joseph
batted up.
Freaking Asai. Are you kidding
Joseph
me?
Asai, who did that?
Are you freaking kidding me? Likely, I was so heated when he did that.
Yeah, I mean, it's just it's execution, man. It's execution on a lot of these plays, and this offense. We have to keep a spade a spade. This offense has taken a step back. We don't know. We can say the injuries that Lamar's had to his lower extremities. We can say the inconsistencies on the line, but we just have to keep it a stack. This offense has taken a huge step back to what we've known it to be. Like, it's highly concerning what we're seeing out there on the field. We're making bad defenses look like all-star caliber defenses. Like, it's that bad. To the point, like, where the Jets and the Bengals defense looks like a top 5 defense, the way they're holding us to minimal points in these games. And it's no discredit to the Jets or the Bengals, but we all agree that the Jets and Bengals defenses have not played great all year. Matter of fact, coming into the game, the Bengals defense was pretty much bottom ranked in every statistical category coming into Thursday Night Football. Mind you, they put on good tape these past 2 weeks against the Steelers. I believe that was the first game, and then the Patriots last week. But dude, like, we just look lost out there. Lamar is not himself right now. I know he's downplaying it right now, saying it, but he's not himself. He's inaccurate right now. He's not hitting those layup throws that he was hitting these past couple years that we know he can make. These aren't throws that he hasn't made before. He's made all these throws that he's missing are ones that he's made in years past. So the fact that he's missing and he's this inaccurate right now is concerning. And all those touchdowns that got wiped out, we literally lost 21 points on bad plays. The Zay Flowers OPI, that was a weak call. In my opinion, and even the commentators agree that was a weak call on the Zay Flowers OPI, but I'm not going to blame it on refs. Whatever, refs are going to either be on your side or they're not. Secondly, the freaking Likely fumble. I mean, again, I will give credit to Battle. He made a great play on the ball. That's 14 points we could have had right there, wiped out. And then the Walker dropping the ball I guess that was a great play by Dax Hill. I'll give him credit on that too, but we can't say, like, this whole game offensively. I know people are coming at Lamar. Did he have his best game? Absolutely not. Is he in a slump right now? Absolutely. Does he need to get it together? 100% yes. He has to get it together. But offensively, as a whole, as a team, this scheme or whatever is happening is not getting it done. Henry not touching the ball in the second quarter is absolute malpractice by Todd Monken. Absolute malpractice. Give Henry if you see that Lamar isn't having his best throwing day, Why not take the pressure off of him and let Henry and Mitchell try to take control of the game? I don't understand that. Why is Rasheen Ali out snapping Derrick Henry and Keaton Mitchell? Where is all of this making sense in the offensive scheme, Monken? Like, I'm trying to figure this out. I'm trying to put 2 and 2 together on what exactly was the game plan going into this game. Because we came out of the game. We started the game throwing. Like, it was a pass fest all day against the Bengals team that started off slow. Burrow didn't really catch on. He didn't catch heat really until later in the game. So why are we passing? Why are we passing 90 times like we're down by 20? Shout out to a good friend of mine who quoted that last night when I was texting him.
That's my Madden game plan. Literally.
Yeah, like
I get on and I say, I don't want to run the ball because it's not, I want chunk plays every play. I'm going to pass every play.
You're going to pass.
Madden, this is freaking real life.
Henry had a touchdown.
Dominant running back in the backfield.
Henry had a touchdown early in the game off a run.
And then I didn't see him again until the second half.
And you don't see him again. Why does Monken do this every time? When the run game works, he takes it away. I don't understand that concept.
Another thing. They put in Emory Jones too, which is what we've been hoping for. But they do it at the most weirdest time ever. They do it right after they score the touchdown, where they went right down the field and scored on a run and had a mixture of passes. So maybe you had a little something going, and then you just change it up. I just don't understand. So all the times they were garbage on blocking, they didn't want to make any adjustments. But the one time where you might have want to just said, okay, let's wait another drive or two, they make the switch and we go nowhere, and it's a sack fumble and all hell breaks loose. So I just don't know what – this was a John Harbaugh special tonight or yesterday. It really was. Just the coaching issues were just absolutely ridiculous. I don't know what we're doing anymore. It's just this – I thought we were cleaning this up, but now it's like, okay, now that it's – I'm starting to see, and I said this in my short yesterday, I think this is a good transition to this. I don't know how much improvement we can expect. I kept giving them the benefit of the doubt and saying, okay, well, the Browns defense is good. Okay, well, the Jets are not good on defense, but they're not the worst. They're feisty, and they can keep it close with teams. And then you go up and you do this on the Bengals defense. Yeah, I'm done defending you. I don't know. This might be the standard for the rest of the season, honestly, because this is about the worst defense you're going to play down the stretch. You got to go to Green Bay. You're going to get destroyed. Micah Parsons, he's going to absolutely kill you. You got to play the Patriots. You got to play the Steelers defense, who was it's not a great defense. It's way better than Cincinnati's. You got to play them next week.
And that defense has been known to give us trouble a lot.
And we just can't handle anything on the line of scrimmage. I mean, there were plays where we did pass protect very well, and Lamar had all day. But again, there's no consistency. One play, we block well. He airmails the throw. Next play, they send cover zero. People aren't blocking or getting pushed into the quarterback, and it's a turnover. So I can't trust this offense at all. The old offensive line is still wishy-washy. Wishy-washy is not good enough. It's not good enough. You can't block on 50% of the plays and then not block at all on the other 50%. That's just not sustainable. It's not. And then the run blocking, same thing. So they were paving holes, but on other plays they were getting stonewalled. I mean, pick something. You can't establish any rhythm when you do stuff like that. You can't. So I don't know, man. This offense, this might be what we got for till the end of the season. And yeah, it might be enough to sneak into the playoffs. We'll see. But how can you expect them to win a game when they play a good team that doesn't have these issues? So, yeah, I expect this team, as of right now, either missing the playoffs altogether or squeaking in and going one and done, because they're just this is looking like the offense that we're going to have for the rest of the year. And if that is the case, there's nowhere to go.
Yeah.
Could I be wrong? Possibly. But this is 4 weeks now, and this is the worst defense in the league. I kept defending you and saying, okay, we got a shot to get better, and then you do this. This gives you no confidence. So yeah, I don't know. This might be what we roll with.
Yeah, I can't really blame you, man. I can't. It's hard to find any disagreements with what you're saying, because it's like you in back-to-back weeks you played some of the bottom 5 defenses in the National Football League, and you struggle to move the ball downfield or convert in certain situations. Like, that's just inexcusable. That starts with that. Even Lamar, like, it starts with Lamar needing accountable, which isn't hard because he holds himself accountable every week, so it's not really hard for him to do. But it starts from the top down, man. It starts from the top down with this offense. I mean, Monken, even Monken too. He does not get any leeway in this game. Like, the game that he called yesterday could have been a lot better. I don't know why he thought that when the run game isn't failing, I don't know why he thought it was a good idea to try to get in an unnecessary pass off when the pass game hasn't been working great all day. And your running backs, your 2 dynamic running backs are just in the backfield pass blocking. Like, I don't get the philosophy with that. And I don't understand what's going on with Lamar's inaccuracies either. Like, I don't understand what's going on with that. I understand he may be playing hurt. He's not going to say that. He's not going to blame the injuries or whatever, but there is concern. I was already concerned when we barely put points up against the Jets. I'm officially concerned now. Like, the concern is there because there's no way you can expect this offense. I was hoping that this offense would try to pick it up in a sense where we have Pittsburgh next week and you want to be clicking against the Pittsburgh team that is giving you trouble these past couple of years. This offense is bad good, man. It's not good. Like you said, inconsistencies at the line of scrimmage, abandoning the run game, Lamar not playing like himself these past 4 games. It has not been good.
Oh,
I'm starting to think
from that. So Lamar is not hurt right now. He does not seem hurt. Well, he might be, but he looked way better yesterday. Yesterday, he looked, in a health standpoint, he looked fine. He looked good. He was running. He was making more plays or attempting to make more plays like himself. So I don't know what happened with all the easy missed throws and all the fumbles and like that tuck rule thing was terrible. And it was a fumble too, for the record. It was definitely a fumble because he was definitely trying to throw that ball or trying to tuck that ball back in on a pump fake, and he just dropped it. I don't know what is going on with him, but I know a lot of people are going to sit here and say, Lamar, this was a lot on him. It really was a ton on him. He had a few good passes, like the Tez Walker pass that he dropped. The likely passes were fine, but there were a lot of bad throws too.
There were, and
way more bad than good.
And there were not good throws. Like, he made throws that could have put points up on the board. He did, but there were a lot of missed throws, a lot. And that's why I'm starting to wonder what is going on with him right now. Like, these are throws he's made. These aren't new. These aren't new. These are throws. If you look at his history, look at the tape. These are throws he's made time and time again. So I'm trying to figure out what the issue is.
Is it mental? Or because it doesn't look, yesterday did not look like physical restrictions. He looked fine.
I don't know what it is.
He was getting out of the pocket. He was running. They called a read option for the first time in like weeks, and he took it right up the left side for first downs. He looked fine running the football. He did. He didn't look like he was hindered at all.
Gons, I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know.
Terrible game.
I don't know what the issue is. I really don't. Like, this is the same man who threw 41 touchdowns to 4 picks last year and acquired the highest passer rating in NFL history.
And you could say he was hurt the other 2 games because he was not running. He was very immobile, and he wasn't trying to like use his speed. He was really sprinting on a lot of plays, and he was getting away. He was scrambling, making throws on the run, and this was his worst game out of the past couple. I would attest this was worse than the Browns game. This might have been one of his worst games ever.
Yeah, he hasn't thrown a passing touchdown in 3 games. 3 games.
And I don't care about the refs. I know a lot of people are going to say that. I don't care. I don't.
I mean, in this game,
you turn the ball over 5 times to the worst team in the NFL.
Yeah, you're gonna lose.
Yeah.
You're gonna lose. You can't blame the referees for this game. At this, let's be real. You could have won this game. You easily could have won this game. No matter through everything else, that defense was, and we'll get to the defense in a minute because I'm about to scorch earth, not in the way that people think, but we're gonna get to the defense. But
Good, because I don't have a lot to say about it. Good.
Yeah, because I have something to say about it. And it was something in the pregame that I highlighted, and it happened and came into fruition. For this offense, man, they need to take these next 10 days, watch the tape, watch not even just the tape from last night. They need to watch the tape from the past couple of weeks and really analyze what the issue is. And Lamar has to take a look in the mirror, right? He has to take a look in the mirror and figure out what the issue is. I'm not giving up on this team. I'm not giving up on Lamar. I still think he's one of the best quarterbacks to ever play this game. I know a lot of people right now are using these past couple of weeks against Lamar, calling him all this, overrated, yada, yada. Shut up. I'm not giving up on this quarterback. He's one of the best to ever touch a football. So I don't know. I understand all the haters ready to come out of the woodworks and waiting for him to have a bad stretch of games and be like, oh, man, we told you about Lamar. Shut up. Because you waited for this bad stretch when he was killing fools last year. But I digress. And the year before that, and the year before that, and the year before that. But I also digress. But
he's fueling the fire, though, with these terrible games.
He's having a down year. Let's be frank. He's having a down year. I will wholeheartedly be honest with you. He's having the worst years. He's having one of the worst years of his career. I could be completely honest with you. But it is still Lamar Jackson. And I still have the utmost faith in him that if there's any quarterback that's going to turn it around, if there's anybody who can get back right, it would be him. So I'm not giving up on him. I'm not giving up on this offense. Yes, our playmakers last night did not play well. That is also true. I'm not giving up on them either. But this team needs a reset badly. They need to look themselves in the mirror. Offensive, this whole team, we're just talking about the offense right now, but literally this offense needs to get right quickly. Because if you take what you did last night and take that to Pittsburgh, you're losing 42-0. I can tell you that right now. Because Pittsburgh, what is Pittsburgh's coup de grace? What is the one thing that they know if they do, they're going to win the game? Get turnovers. We had 5 last night against the Bengals team who's barely had any turnovers all year. If we turn the ball over like that against Pittsburgh, there is no coming back from that. It's just that simple. This offense needs to clean it up. Lamar needs to get it together. This offensive line needs to be shaken up. The weapons need to get it together as well. Because we had some drops. I'm not going to excuse the fact that we had some drops on those plays too. It wasn't all on Lamar. We had some drops.
It was about 90% on these weapons. I'm calling it out.
I'm not saying Lamar doesn't get blame. I'm not trying to take it away. I already got on him.
Oh, I know. In my opinion, that's how much it is.
Yeah. But we had some drops from some of our weapons that also needs to be overlooked. Our weapons didn't play that great either. So this offense needs to look in the mirror. Every single last person, from the quarterback to the left guard, right guard, receiver 2, 1, 3, tight end 1, tight end 2, everyone needs to look themselves in the mirror.
And you know what's absolutely hilarious also? As bad as the game plan was to just not use Derrick Henry, there were still people wide open on almost every play, and we couldn't hit him. Or it was dropped, or it was a fumble, or it was just spin the wheel of whatever, those game shows where you spin the wheel and it lands on a number. Who's going to screw up the play today? Is it going to be Zay Flowers, Isaiah Likely, or Lamar? It's
not good. It's just this
offense,
terrible, man. This offense has taken
horrible.
Yeah, this offense has taken such a step back. It gets to a point now where it's just like, I see what you're saying. I don't see, unless they can drastically turn it around in 10 days to get ready for a Pittsburgh team that they've struggled against in Lamar's career. I don't see much room for improvement either.
We're tethering with the same sort of results. I know we're like how much we had 14. Well, we had 23 the past 2 games. Even when we're getting chunk plays and moving the ball quickly, it all flatlines down to the same spot. The other games, we were struggling in like early and couldn't really get a yard, struggling to get first downs. The offensive line got no push, and we still were able to kind of go up to that 23 mark. Well, we start high, we still cross at that same point of intersection. Even when we have chunk plays and look like we're moving the ball, it all comes back to the same low score. Can't score when it matters. So I don't know. It doesn't matter because a lot of you are going to say, well, you guys moved the ball pretty well against the Bengals, but the scoring is what matters, and we're not scoring. Doesn't matter if you're stifled on offense by a good defense or if you're moving the ball at will. This team still can't score and put up big points.
And
so,
that's the problem. Like,
which is pathetic. Yeah,
we're not playing. We're playing bad defenses, and we still can't score. That is the issue. And you brought up a good point. We still have to play a Green Bay Packers team who was playing really well Thanksgiving Day against the Detroit Lions.
And pulled off the upset like I said they would.
Pulled off the upset. Shout out to you. And pulled off the upset against the Detroit Lions. Who the hell is blocking Micah Parsons? Please explain this to me. Because I don't see anybody on that line who can hold him right now.
Ronnie Stanley? Heck no.
He's gonna go berserk against this Baltimore Ravens team. And we still have to play TJ Watt twice. And the next time we see the Bengals, guess who's probably gonna come back? Trey Hendrickson.
Is he though? It doesn't matter.
Higgins might come back.
I don't care because they let it. It doesn't matter because we still gave up a lot of sacks and stuff to the garbage D line.
My exact point. If we can't handle a short-handed Bengals team without a Trey Hendrickson and T. Higgins, 2 of their top 5 players on the squad, we're done. We're done. There's no room for improvement of this team if you can't handle a Bengals team that was supposed to be shorthanded last night. They
were garbage. They were 32nd in the league on almost every statistic.
And literally, it's on a game where Burrow started off the game rusty. He wasn't playing his best to start that game. We were getting them off the field. The defense was actually holding them on the red zone. On the Lamar fumble, when they were on the 2 or 3 yard line, the defense held up. The defense got them off the field. They held them to 3. You don't get that often. With this current iteration of Ravens defense, you don't get that often. And you fumbled it. You fumbled the defensive stops that you got early.
Let's transition to the defense. I think it's a good way to pivot. I'm going to go first because I don't really have much of anything to say, and I know you have a big rant, and I want to hear it. So let me just start with this. It looks like I was fooled. Looks like I was fooled by the bad offenses that we played because all the same crap that was happening in the first half of the season resurfaced tonight. 0 pass rush. None. Blitzing, no rush. They picked up everything. They sent 7 on one play, and he stepped up through it in a just clean enough pocket to Yoshivash for a touchdown. This team, I don't know. I think I was facaded by the bad offenses. I think I was tricked, and I fell for it because this defense does not look good. I know they were holding on for dear life in the first half, holding on to all those field goals and stuff. Yeah, and they got that lucky stop on the 1 yard line. I get it, but I don't have any confidence in this defense against good offenses. They're gonna have to earn my trust. I was facaded by the bad teams that we played, and then you play a good offense and you get cooked. No T. Higgins still got cooked. Out routes were killing us. Jamar Chase, not a deep threat. He got 1 deep ball. That was nice. But everything else was out routes. And I know Nate Wiggins went out with an injury, and hopefully he comes back soon because if he doesn't, we're in trouble. TJ Tampa, nightmare game, has to guard Jamar Chase, gets cooked multiple times, tackles somebody for a pass interference that gives the Bengals a first down on a 3rd down than when they would have punted. This is the same crap that we saw at the beginning of the year. And I am not going to be fooled again. So, yeah, this defense does not look like they improved hardly at all. So, yeah, good job. Good job beating the Browns. Good job beating the Jets. Good job beating the Dolphins. I mean, I guess the Dolphins look pretty decent, so I guess I got to give them a little credit for that. I don't know. I'm not confident in this defense. A lot of people were using that as the reason why the Ravens are relevant here at the end of the year, and then they go out like that, and they just get scorched in the second half. Absolutely scorched. Pathetic. Blitzing didn't even work. You couldn't even touch Burrow in the second half. It was pathetic. The guy with a metal plate in his foot, you couldn't sack him more than one time. Pathetic. I don't know. It doesn't look like there's anything different. They're gonna have to earn my trust again. So I'm not falling for any more tricks. I'm not falling for any more, facades. I'm just gonna sit here and I'm gonna watch and I'm going to hope they win, but I'm not gonna get any excited over any improvements until I see it and they earn my trust over multiple games, not just one, multiple games. So I'm done. I got fooled and I apologize.
Yeah, you pretty much hit on what I was gonna say. I mean, you heard what I said in the pregame. If you're gonna blitz Burrow, you best not miss. We missed a lot
every time,
and it's just to the point now where it's like I try to say, it takes one team. It takes one team to figure out how to beat that blitz scheme that we've been running these past couple of weeks that have shown that improvement in the defense. And the Bengals did that. They picked up that blitz every single time, no issue. Because there's nothing really that fully disguises it. We had the one good play from Marlowe coming off the edge when he got that sack on Burrow. That was the one and only sack we had all night. I kept trying to say it was going to take one team. And what happens? They could not get to Burrow. They got torched. Or I'm looking at you specifically because the creativity in that blitz scheme, we make it way too obvious. There's nothing that disguises the fact that Hamilton's coming. We know Hamilton's coming. Block 14. Like there's nothing that we do that hides the fact that, oh shoot, we're coming and we're coming fast. Pause. I just don't understand how we don't get to Burrow more than one time in this game. It's just not good. Now I have to give the defense credit because they did hold their own for that first part of the game. So I don't want to completely trash on them because they did what they were supposed to do in that first half. They were holding Burrow. They didn't really have much going for him. They were holding him to field goals against the quarterback that usually torches us. So they did everything they could. It was really on that offense that couldn't really get those points on the board that kind of what circumvented what the defense not playing too well. But like you said, out routes, getting killed on out routes. Kyle Hamilton cooked by Tanner Hudson on the back corner of the end zone.
I wouldn't say cooked. That was a good play.
He got cooked. No, stop it. He got cooked.
It was. He had tight coverage.
He can keep his spade a spade. Tanner Hudson mossed him for a one-handed catch in the back corner of the end zone. You got to keep a spade a spade. Okay, it was bad. And then you got Roquan. So you have Roquan playing to the line of scrimmage, and you're asking him to cover the slot receiver who is hitting I think it was a post over the middle of the field, and Roquan has to run and chase him when the receiver's already 8 yards downfield. I forgot who was that, Yoshivash or whoever that was who caught that touchdown over the middle. Like, what scheming are we doing?
Roquan Smith on him?
That was Roquan Smith. What scheming are we doing in the second half?
That was the cover zero play then when we sent 7 or 8 and didn't even touch Burrow.
It didn't even touch him.
How do you do that? How do you not even lay a hand on him? That would have been a sack. You realize that if somebody would have gotten a hand on him, he stepped up and he waited a second and then threw it. That would have been a sack. That should have been a sack.
This is what I've been saying for a while now. And shout out to Corey Hunt 5966. Thanks for tuning in. This team has so many deficiencies. so many deficiencies that have been shadowed by playing bad teams, that has been covered up by us playing bad teams. This defense isn't ready. And we have to be honest with it. This defense is not ready. The run defense, again, was leaky during a lot of parts of this game. It was good in some aspects, not great. It was still leaky. They were still getting good runs up the middle, kind of to the outside. Again, Burrow had time for a good amount of his throws. We still could not cover Chase one-on-one. He still had over 100 yards on the day. And it's hard to cover. This, like, asking to cover Jamar Chase one-on-one is damn near impossible. He's one of the best receivers in the league. So but there was like, no, where's the safety help over the top? Like, you had to be able to try. Like, the game plan should have been make Chase earn it over two people and trust your guys to cover the other guys one-on-one. That should have been, I feel like that should have been the game plan going into this game. Because in a game without T. Higgins, you know who Burrow is going to. Like, you just know. So that should have been the game plan. That was not the game plan. They said, F it. One-on-one, Jamar Chase, and guess what? 110 yards on a head top. Like, it's just what I just don't. This defense can't handle good teams. It can't. Like you said earlier, they cannot handle good teams. And they showed against they showed against Kansas City. They showed that against, well, I'm not going to say Texans because the Texans just killed us defensively and the offense was just flowing off of that. But who else? Freaking the Bills, the collapse against the Bills. Detroit freaking destroyed us. Like, it's to that point, man. This defense cannot handle good teams. A good Ravens team that once was able to be able to hold their own no longer can. And I think that's kind of where we're at right now. Like, this team has way too many holes on both sides of the ball. Holes that cannot be covered up, that cannot have a Band-Aid, that it was going to take so much to cover. It would need a whole offseason and a half to fix these deficiencies. And like you said, if you take this defense, like we said about the offense, if you take this defense into the playoffs, you're one and done. Like, because you're only facing good teams in the playoffs. Like, look who's the top seeds right now. A Denver team who hasn't been playing well offensively, but has been able to lean on their defense to get wins. An Indy team who was playing good on both sides of the ball, but, I mean, they showed their deficiencies, but damn it, they still play well. Like, this defense is just not. It's not as good as.
Pick Pittsburgh to win next week?
I think I might. I honestly think I might. I don't think this Ravens team isn't ready. I'm not like I'm being honest as a fan. I'm not giving up on them. I think it's not gonna happen this year. It's not gonna happen this year. We have to be honest with ourselves. It's not happening this year. But I'm not giving up on them specifically. But I have to look at this team as a whole, and I have to be real. It's not happening this year.
Temper your expectations for this season.
Huh?
Is that what you're saying? Temper your expectations for this season?
Yes. To the Ravens flock, whoever is within earshot of what I have to say, like Gon said to begin this video, and like he said last night in the reel that he posted, this is the team you're going to get. Keep a spade. This is the team. This is the 2025-2026 Baltimore Ravens. This is what they are. So
they're just an average team. They're
not
the worst, but they're far from the best.
So,
but they sure can't play
your expectations. If we don't make the playoffs, it is what it is. Because even if we make it, do we go far? I don't think so, because this team is allergic to playing complementary football. They are. Like, they're both, all three phases of the ball do not click in one game for this team. It's either one phase of the ball is doing extremely well and the other one is playing like crap, or the whole team just ain't playing good. Like, there's no in between for this team right now this year. It's not. So this team is what it is. Temper your expectations. There's still a lot of football left. Who knows what can happen? The AFC is wide open right now, but I don't think this Ravens team can hold. I don't think it can hold up against the Broncos team. I don't think it can hold up against Indianapolis, to be honest with you. Like, I don't think it can. I don't even think this team, a Texans defense
I'm not sure if I'm lagging or if you're lagging.
You had a little bit of a lag. Are you back? Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Are we good?
I don't know, but your voice was like cutting in and out on all of that. So I'm just making sure it was not me or if it was you or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah,
whatever.
Sure. But yeah, to end my soliloquy, I'll end it here. This team is not ready. This team is not the year. That's all I have to say about it. This team is what it is, like Gon said. Unless there are drastic improvements made, which I don't think they can do with the time that they have left in this season. There's nothing else they can really do. DaCosta did not make enough moves at the deadline to really circumvent this team trying to contend with anybody. There's nothing we can do. This team is what it is.
Both of the issues are stemming, and I'm saying both as in both offense and defense, the issues are stemming from the line of scrimmage, and they just don't want to address it. And I know Lamar's playing like crap. I get it, but he might play a little bit better if there was better protection.
Yeah, it's like I said. We begged DaCosta to address the trenches in the deadline. He got Alohi Gilman and he got Draymond Jones, and that was about it. So, and this is no knack on both of those players. When we got them, they were playing well in the scheme when we got them, and they helped in that 5-game win streak. Like, you cannot discredit what those two players have done for this Ravens team, because they've come up huge in big spots. But it wasn't enough. It just wasn't enough to help to make the push that this team needed to really try to make a run for a championship. It wasn't enough. And DaCosta, I don't know what DaCosta was trying to do at the deadline to make moves to help bolster this team, but what he did was not enough. So
the guard position and the defensive line must be first prioritized in the offseason. That you have to.
It has to be. It has to be. Like, the trenches have to be discussed because they're not good enough right now. And we still don't know Matabike's future. We don't know the extent of his injury. We don't even know if he will be back next year. So at this point right now, you have to weigh all options when it comes to addressing these defensive line. And that goes same for the guard position. If you try to bring these two same guards back in next year, you are asking for trouble. You are.
You're going to have to pay Lamar too. So there's a lot of things.
There's a lot of things.
This is probably a good topic for another video.
It's kind of bad how we're talking about the offseason. We have 6 games left.
I know. Well, let's wrap up here, though. My computer is dying, and we want to make sure that I don't just disappear like the Ravens did last night. I guess it would be fitting. So yeah, let's go ahead and wrap up here. 6 games left. They've got. Is it 6? Yeah, I don't know. It's either 5 games or 6 games left. Whatever. 5 games now because it's 12. We've played 12. Okay. They've got 5 games left to turn this around. Are they going to? Maybe. I can guarantee this. They won't do 5 turnovers every single game. So maybe that's something we could improve on. But defensively, I just don't know if we're going to be able to get pressure on better teams. Adam says the Browns are going to catch your ass.
Adam,
I don't know. Maybe.
Adam, at this point, are you lying? Because I don't think you are. At this point,
maybe
it's just this team is just not playing well, and they don't have. And the worst thing is, the Browns have their defense to lean on. Other teams have their offense to lean on. Right now we don't have either. We can't lean on either one.
That's the thing. Are they going to establish our trust? Are they going to pull a rabbit out of a hat and look like a good team? That's the only thing you can bank on, because there's just not enough time to get better. So, was this just a really bad showcase, or is this who we are? I'm leaning towards this is who we are. So we'll see. We'll see what they got. They got 5 games left. I'll be watching every single one of them. I'm going to hope they win every single one of them. I'm going to hope they go to the playoffs in every single one of them. So we'll see. We'll see. I'm not going to be one that just packs up my gear and says, I'll see you next year. I'm still going to watch. I'm still going to enjoy and hope they win. But yeah, this was not a good game, and we'll see if this is who we are in the coming weeks. All right. Well, thanks again, everybody. We appreciate the comments in here too. Adam and Corey, we appreciate you guys for stopping by. We're going to go on and get on out of here. Dom, any last couple things you want to say before we go, but before my computer dies and I disappear like the Ravens defense and offense did?
Nah, man, I don't have anything else to say. Bad loss, embarrassing loss for this Baltimore Ravens team. Kudos to the Bengals for, Joe Burrow's return, showing up when they needed to and taking advantage of the poor play. I mean, that's what you do. You take advantage of poor play when it's being out there on the field, and that's exactly what the Bengals did. They did exactly what they were supposed to do. And, so shout out to them. And
good job, Baltimore Ravens, for making the Bengals Thanksgiving a one to remember. Good job. You sat them down at your table, at your house, at your table, and you served all of the food, and they didn't have to get up from the table. You were like the butlers and the servants to them. That's how it was. Good job, Ravens. Hope you enjoyed that. Maybe you were just trying to have a good deed for the holidays. So I don't know.
I don't know. But
you invited them into your home, you sat them down, and you served them all your food, and you didn't do anything. You didn't eat anything. You just sat there and just kept refilling glasses and refilling plates like a servant would do.
That's what it was, man. So yeah, those are my final thoughts. This team has 10 days. The team has 10 days to get ready for a Pittsburgh team who is also desperate right now, who's trying to maintain a position in the playoffs. So
they got the Bills at 4:25 on Sunday. I mean, shoot, if the Bills lose or the Bills win, we're still tied up at 6-6.
Yeah. So Ravens, again, I'm
not
getting
opportunity last night too, because we could have won up 3-0 in the division, and
7-5 with a 10-day break.
Yep.
But Ravens need to turn this around if they can.
If they want any chance of doing anything in the playoffs, they got to turn stuff around now.
Yeah, and if they lose next week, that's probably the season. So
could be.
I mean, yeah, that's about it, folks. Mm-hmm. That's all I got.
All right. Well, thanks again, everybody. We'll see you. We're going to take a couple days off. We'll see you next week for predictions. Since we got a 10-day break, we will take full advantage of it. So, yeah, we'll be back next week for week 13 or 14 predictions, whatever it is. And we'll see you then. Thanks again, everybody. We're going to sign out. Enjoy your weekend. Enjoy the rest of your holiday weekend. Watch the games on Sunday. I know I'll be watching close attention.
Oh, there's a game today. There's a game in a couple hours.
There is. I'm not going to be watching it, though, because I'm sick of football for the next couple days. But I will be watching on Sunday. And, yeah, so this is Dom and Gons. We're signing out. Have a great day and a great weekend. Go Ravens.